It is back to school season, and that means school supplies, including very likely a new backpack. So with me this morning is pediatric physiotherapist Julia Brooks, and she's here to show us what to look for in a backpack to make sure you protect your child's back, and then how to pack it safely. So thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, no problem.
So, you know, you're working at the Children's Hospital, you're seeing this all the time. What sort of injuries and problems are you seeing with children who maybe are not carrying their backpack correctly?
The main things that we see is a lot of back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, some headaches. When you have a lot of weight through your shoulders and you're not using your core muscles properly, a lot of that gets transmitted down into muscle fatigue, and then that goes into pain regularly.
Wow. And at what age are you starting to see some of these symptoms?
Unfortunately, it's getting younger and younger
Is it?
because the expectation is that kids are carrying more and more to and from school. They have more and more books. And so we are starting to see it even into, you know, grade 4, 5, 6. Some of those kids are starting to have issues. Bigger problem in the high school years when they have multiple textbooks and multiple classes, but certainly some of those little guys are starting to have some problems too.
Wow, wow. So you always have this wonderful formula that we've talked about when it comes to weight. Can you remind us of this formula?
Yeah, so ideally you want to only have about 10 to 15% of your body weight in your backpack that you're carrying. So for a 100-pound child, that would be no more than 15 pounds in their backpack.
Right, and if you're thinking of a little guy who's maybe only 50 pounds, it's only 5 pounds.
Yeah, I know, it's not much. And
not much.
When you start to add in their water bottles and their lunch bags and their textbooks and
their
pencil
shoes
cases and their shoes, I mean, it starts to add up very, very quickly.
For sure. All right, well, let's start with the good backpack. So a lot of parents are going out right now and they're buying these backpacks. What are we looking for in the backpack? Feel free to show us.
So this is more of a teenage size backpack.
Okay.
So things that we want to look for is these wider straps with some cushioning in them to give some support.
Oh, okay.
It's nice if you have a backpack that has a chest strap and a waist strap.
And a waist strap.
Ideally.
Yeah, ideally.
It helps to offload the weight from your shoulders onto your chest and your hips, which is sort of more of the core of your body rather than dragging down on your shoulders.
Okay.
The other thing that you want to look for is multiple pockets. So if you have several different pockets, it allows you to distribute the weight, put the heavier stuff towards your body, put the lighter stuff further out, and that can really help take some of the, again, the stress off the shoulders and the neck.
And the neck. Okay, great.
This is a little kid's backpack, so it's really hard to find backpacks that fit well for little kids.
It is.
That
I
have
ran
all
into
those features.
Yeah.
The big thing I'd say for littler kids is to make sure that the pack's not too big for them. So, and this is for teenagers too, but ideally you want the width of the pack to be about the width of their body. And the pack from here to here should hit from their shoulder to their hip bone, not onto their bum. A lot of kids wear them really low.
Too low,
not so good.
Not so good.
The downside with a lot of these is they don't have those chest straps or those waist straps. So it can be a little bit more challenging. But this one's actually a decent pack. It has the padded shoulders. It's a decent size. So as backpacks go, this one's not too bad for a little one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what to keep in mind when you're actually buying the backpack. Now, is there some strategies when it comes to actually packing the pack?
Yeah, for sure. So we have this big, strong core of ours. We want to use that to our advantage. And ideally, we want to put things that are heavy closer to our body. So if you have a big textbook, you want to pack that into that main pocket. And then you want to pick things that are heavier to pack in. So maybe your book can go in there, and then your lunch kit can get in there. And then in your next pocket, if you have another pocket, you want to put things that are a little bit lighter. So maybe your pencil case can fit in there. Maybe you can get your shoes in there. Water bottles are a bit tricky. Ideally, leaving water bottles at school if you can, so you're not carrying water back and forth. Or if you bring it empty to school
and fill it up when you get there.
A lot of packs have these nice side things, but ideally you want to have equal weight on either side.
Okay, so if you were going to bring them, maybe put one on each side.
Yeah.
But that's going to increase your weight pretty fast.
It is, exactly. So ideally, if you can minimize the total amount of weight that you're carrying and leave as much stuff at school in your locker or at your desk as you can, then that can make a big difference as well.
Absolutely. And so the other thing I'm wondering, parents, so they're going to get into a battle with the kids who want the ones with the princesses or the superheroes. What are your thoughts on that?
That is a lot trickier because it's hard to find a decent pack that has cool people on it.
Yeah.
So for my kids, I've just gone with fun designs. A lot of stores are starting to sell better backpacks with just fun designs. You can also have a fun time with your kid and get some fabric markers and paint the backpack or bedazzle it or do different things like that. just to make it a little bit more fun.
So they get a little more excited about wearing it.
Exactly.
And what about the two shoulders?
Yeah. A lot of kids like to wear their packs on one shoulder. We really want to equally distribute the weight, put it on both shoulders. That would be the ideal. We see some kids with those cross body backpacks.
Right.
Those aren't super ideal because, again, you're putting more load on one side than the other, so you're going to get a little bit off.
What about the rolly ones?
The rolly ones are probably the best, but
no one's going to use them.
Let's see how many teenagers you can convince to wear those.
Totally. Julia, thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Fantastic information. Of course, this will be up on our website just a little later today. Andy, there you go. Wearing the backpack, both shoulders. There you go.